Welcome to the channel and the video, especially if this is your first time here. One of the biggest questions I'm asked as a sales funnel building professional is, Steven, what type of sales funnel is best for my business? It's a common question, a question that makes a lot of sense to ask. And in this video, I'm gonna answer that for you. But there's a lot of weird ways I think about it. I'm not just gonna jump in and be like, oh, specifically this type. What we wanna do first off is we're gonna sit back and we're gonna treat this like a CMO and a CEO, not a funnel builder. And we're gonna design from the top up what the actual funnel needs to give the business in order for it to be a successful funnel, because it may not be millions of dollars. It may just be that it needs to be this specific business function or this business function, and I do that all the time. So I'm gonna teach you what that is in this video, and to do that, I'm gonna cut over to a video that we shot in front of a live audience, part of one of my courses called Sales Funnel Officer, and we're going to teach how we think and choose the funnel type, and specifically why we choose that funnel type as a business function, not just for marketing. Let's dive in. It's interesting when you think of the role of the value ladder in your business, okay? Think of why you build certain funnels. So at the bottom of the value ladder, for me, that's always the stuff that just creates relationships. It's free stuff, it's publishing, a lot of podcasting, video creation stuff, but there's still an opt-in somewhere. Right? These are all the funnels that just, all they do is they create a relationship. The funnels that are right here, and it's dotted because for me, it's all free stuff. Then these are the funnels that I create when I need just a huge influx of leads, or I'm not loud enough. My products are not loud. And so I'm like, man, I got to go build one of those types of funnels. Okay. These are the types of funnels that I create to pay for my business systems. My company costs about 50 grand a month to run. And if that ever starts to feel scary or shaky, I go build a funnel type in this area. Okay. And if I'm like, man, I don't feel like I'm getting paid enough, then I go build a funnel at the top. Okay. Now, the reason this works this way, so I ask my value ladder questions, if you will, and I basically just say, well, shoot, I need more leads. I'm like, cool, let's go build a lead style funnel. That's usually one of these styles. And if I'm like, oh man, my business expenses went up. We just, we might get the space next door and knock this wall down and make it bigger. Like, man, I gotta add a few more core funnels that are just like always selling one or two a day. Just the simple drip sales, one or two a day. I try to set this up so it's like I'm getting one sale a week or a month. I'm getting one sale a day or a week. And I'm getting one sale every day. This I should have like multiple people opt in every day for. Say that one more time. Yeah, so I try to set it up so if I'm like, let's say when I was, I think we might actually be back down to 30,000 a month to run. So, which is pretty cool. So we've got a lot of costs. It's awesome. Well, if I want to get one sale a day, it should be at $9.97. And now, if that's the only thing that sells, I'm in business. Right? Here is the stuff where I'm starting to sell things that's one a week or one a month at the top. And it's priced that way so that if nothing else sold, I'm still in business. So I'm going to price it around 30 grand. Does that make sense? 30 grand. I'm going to try and get, if my expenses to run every month, if I know what my expenses are to run every month, I design the value ladder to pay for that. So I'm like, all right, so even if you are just solo right now, that's totally fine, but you should always pay yourself a salary. You should always. I've never not paid myself a salary. I am part of the cost of the business, always. So, I'm not like dumping cash on me all the time, but like I pay myself a reasonable wage for my role in the company. That's part of the cost. So even if you're just starting out, you have costs. Let's say that you cost 10 grand a month to run. Let's say you pay yourself 5 and between tools and different things. Let's say you're at 10 grand a month. Well, I would try to have a $9.97 and sell one every day. I would have a $10,000 coaching program. I would have a something in the bottom that if that sold every single day also could, really tee up this, right? But I just try to use that as a way to guesstimate how my prices are. And I'm going to go more into that a little bit tomorrow, pricing and things like that. But this is how I start to think about it. So I shared this to Russell. I was like, check this out. He's like, that's super cool. So basically what we do, because everyone asks what funnel I should build, it's more about what function are you lacking in? That's really what you're trying to answer. What is the marketing function? What is the sales function that you're lacking in? A sales funnel would be helpful because I need more money to pay for my business systems. My company costs costs too much every month. I need to go pay for I don't have enough leads for my phone team. All right, let's go build these style funnels. All right, I need to, you know what? I don't feel like I'm making enough for the amount of effort dropped in. All right, let's go build something at the top. Okay. So the value ladder is not just for customers. It's actually a funnel map for you. Okay. It's a business funnel map. So basically, here's the types of problems that I want to solve with these types of funnels. If basically influencers are not giving me the time of day, if influencers in my marketplace that I'm trying to go sell into are not giving me any kind of time of day, or they're not giving any attention, or I'm really obscure, you're trying to solve the obscurity problem, I usually go to start doing these types of activities. I start publishing, I make some kind of statement shirt, which is certainly one of the reasons I did it. I start creating free things for audiences to opt into and get free PDFs and such, which I do. Launchforprofit.com is that, right? If someone's like, I need more leads, maybe I'll go do like a free plus shipping funnel, or I'll go do something that's cheap, right? It's the cheap and maybe even free space, but mostly just cheap. And it's not meant to be a revenue creator. Like, it's not like the Expert Secrets book funnel makes lots of money. It's for leads. It's for leads and noise. It certainly makes a lot of cash, but not profit, right? There's a lot of cost in shipping out a free plus shipping book. You make like 50 cents. That's not why you do it. You do it because it's lead gen, right? I build funnels in this area if I'm like, man, my company expenses are too high. I'm like, all right, I need to go either upgrade my core funnel that is my entire core product of my entire company, or I need to add something else that pays for my business structures. All right, that's just natural part of any growing company, right? Or if you're like, man, I don't pay myself enough, you have to structure to pay yourself. If you don't stay interested in this, and there is definitely some kind of monetary thing, you got to pay yourself, right? No wonder it's so confusing for newbies. Yeah, right? There's a lot of, then they're like, man, what do I go do? I could go build this funnel. I could go build this funnel. I could go build this funnel. Okay. I start here. If you're brand new, build a business systems funnel. That way you're at least in business. Then you can figure out how to get rich step 2. But too many people are trying to go from like 0 to 2 comma club in their first funnel and first move. Don't do that. Just try to build a business systems funnel and then get rich in step 2. It's way easier and faster than going straight to step 2. Okay. If your main business is starting to run out of leads, let's say you have a webinar funnel that's a $9.97 and that's the core product of your entire company, and you're starting to run out of leads, or like Facebook just went psycho again, right? Build something in the front. So what did I shift to? I still have the core products here, but I started doing sprints that sold this, challenges, right? I did a challenge funnel that sold this, right? Because I needed more leads, because the way this funnel line was getting leads from was way too expensive. So Facebook went psycho. So we're like, all right, I'm not going to throw in the towel, right? But I'm going to go in, right? There's a lot of shifts going on in the info product space right now. So we still use it. But all I do is I'm like, all right, I need more leads. Let's go do a challenge, or let's go do an event, or let's go do, right, it's something that's in front of it that sells it. Okay. Would be a systems funnel. Oh, we'll go through that. Yeah. So regardless of the funnel type, every online or offline funnel includes lead gen and sales. And that's the part I'm trying to get here with this, is that what is a funnel, right? You build a funnel to fill 2 functions, leads or sales. And that's the only way we measure effectiveness of the funnel, right? You can't cache likes, can't cache views, subscribers don't matter. It's all about leads or sales. And so people wonder, how do I measure the success of the funnel? It is only with those, right? It's obviously there might be like average cart value, cost per acquisition, all that stuff, but it is leads or sales. That's all we care about. If there's not a lead or a sale, it certainly is not an effective funnel. Okay. Cool. So think about this. In the order of a sale, lead comes before sale. Lead, right? You have to have a lead in order to sell. So since leads come before sales, the core business purpose of the internet is lead gen. So stick with me with this for just a second here. I think it was Dan Kennedy. But he said, essentially, the entire internet is just a lead machine, and it is an awful sales machine. Sales funnels are, after a while, not an effective salesperson. And you need to treat the entire internet as a lead machine and do your real selling either offline or just get your gravy sales from the funnel, but more sales are happening over the phone possibly. Okay, it's a huge principle right there. It's huge. Now, I think there's two types of funnels. There's a lot of, say, like business types, like challenge funnel, like sprints. I don't mean that. I mean in terms of core functions, there's really two types. If you're like, Steve, my point of sale is over the phone, I don't collect cash, that's fine, then build a lead funnel, right? Sales funnel means a sale is happening in the funnel. Lead funnel means it's not happening in the funnel, the lead's happening somewhere else. Okay, point of sale is on the, does that make sense? There's two different types there, sales funnel and lead funnel. Sales funnel, lead funnel. So if I'm looking at my value ladder, I'm like, I need more leads, I need more, whatever it is. So Launch for Profit is a leads funnel. I don't sell anything in it, but I still grow my list like crazy throughout it, okay? I treat the entire internet like a lead machine, not a point of sale machine. Now, obviously, we do collect cash on the internet, of course, but you'll find that you do get a lot of cash by taking your sales offline and on the phone. Huge accelerant right there. In fact, that used to be the first move we had all the Inner Circle people make when I worked at ClickFunnels, but wasn't an Inner Circle member yet. The first thing they had to do when they joined the Inner Circle was build a back-end phone funnel. And then I always doubled their company, almost always. And it's because obviously we collect cash from the book sale, or someone actually goes and buys the main core thing. But the big numbers that like blow you up, that's a phone, right? And so just treat them respectively like that. If you're like, I honestly hardly ever do lead funnels. I'm like, I want to filter out if someone's going to open their wallet anyway, even if this is $1, And it's really about the leads, but I'd also want to just sell something for $1 too. But, cool. So the question comes, well, is funnel going to work for me? And honestly, because funnels just automate the delivery of your offer and your message, and the output of a funnel is a lead or a sale, just ask, does my company need a lead or a sale? If you do, then the answer is yes, you need a sales funnel. That's why it works for you. And it's the other reason why when someone's like, Steve, I'm in this very specific industry with this very specific niche and this very specific audience, I don't think you've never made a funnel that says that it's for that exact scenario, therefore funnels can't work for me. That's not true. It's not true at all. All we're getting is a lead or a sale, and that's all it comes down to. And you'll find that a lot of the funnel game is much more fluid than you might think. You don't have to have 2 upsells, right? It's still a good funnel. You don't have to have a bump. You don't have to have a testimonial reel. It's a much more forgiving game than we think, and it's also not as rigid as we think it is. All challenge funnels have this. Most of my funnels are things that are not in Funnel Hacker Cookbook. You know what I'm saying? That's fluid, because all we care about is this outcome. I'm not trying to build a challenge funnel. I want a lead or a sale. Does that make sense? And if I'm going to start with a challenge funnel template and then adapt it to get better leads or sales, why would I not do that? Which is the reason there's never been an industry we haven't been able to do a funnel for. Okay, it's like even multi-phase, multi-million-dollar, corporate-to-corporate, multi-phase contracts that are huge, you still can use a funnel. Okay, you may not be like, hey, you're talking to a CEO, $10 million contract. If you act before midnight, we'll give you, you can not get like scarcity, urgency stuff and those types of things, but the principles are still the same. They're still the exact same. You're probably not going to have that CEO opt in while you're face to face to make some huge $10 million contract. Does that make sense? But it's still the same process. We just might deliver it differently. Okay. So back to the question, what funnel should I build? I started writing down all the funnels we've built since I left. It's a lot. Those are by LLC. It's crazy. I want to share with you guys what my core funnels are after going through all that. My core funnels, phone funnel, event funnel, which there's several types. Live event, auto, invisible funnel, summit, 7-day launch. I'm seeing a new style now, which is a single day masterclass. That's a cool one. But event funnels, that's to put it plural, that type of funnel where there's a live event. Webinar funnel. Commission funnel, I love that one. Free plus shippings, / product. Challenge funnels. And then also what I call a newsletter funnel. Now, Those three are highlighted because they're the ones that Russell has in the 3 core funnels. A lot of his revenue comes from that. But we've built an event center, so we do a lot of event funnels. It's a core funnel we do. This is my affiliate and network marketing funnels. They work real well. Set them and forget them and walk away. It's commission, right? Challenge funnels or sprints, super awesome and weren't a thing when he wrote this. That's what I mean. It's not like here's the 3 ever, right? It doesn't work that way. Challenge funnels weren't a thing when that book came out. Newsletter funnel for me is like launch for profit. You're subscribing, okay? So I'm going to walk through a lot of these. So when do we use these? Here. I know it's a lot. Free to take a picture or whatever. The value ladder is not just for customers. Like I said, it's also a business funnel map. And so what we're doing is, again, let's say that you need to create better relationships. I would use one of these bottom 4. If I'm trying to go get a stamp in a marketplace and I'm brand new, no one knows who I am, I could get so far by selling the big category kings thing as an affiliate. I'd make a stamp really quick as an affiliate in the marketplace. Or if I did a free plus shipping thing so people could just test me out, or paid plus free shipping, right, same thing. A sprint or a challenge, great way to make a stamp when you're just trying to create relationships. Get a brand new stamp in a new marketplace for you. Newsletter funnel, just having someone subscribe somewhere. This is, for me, also a hero funnel, like stevejlarsen.com. It's like around a character. I'm not selling anything, but they can opt in. That's a newsletter funnel, in my opinion. And so if you want leads or noise, funny enough, because almost all funnels are about leads or sales, basically every single funnel for me. I just went to all of them. If you need leads or noise, they all work because they all make noise. They all make leads. If I'm trying to pay for business systems, the best ones for me are always the phone funnel, an event, or a webinar. Those 3 right there are like, oh my gosh, they're awesome. A phone funnel, an event, or a webinar. Phone, we've found, is usually a hardcore cash accelerator. Event funnels, we have found, are really good for a lot of reasons. But one of the things they do is they stamp you into the marketplace for some reason. It's like I was saying at the beginning of this, it's like an influencer. The other influencers, we all know each other, by the way. And we talk to each other. And so when you see some young gun, not that I'm old, right? See some young gun coming up and they just went and did an event, it's like, oh, sweet, you're like serious. And it's weird. People JV with you easier after that. It's fascinating what happens. Also, if you've been doing this game for a while and never done an event, it's one of the greatest ways to document your framework. Russell just keeps asking me when I'm going to write my first book, which I've started in a lot of different times and ways. But he's like, dude, do you know how you have all these epiphanies whenever you're putting an event together? I'm like, yeah, it's so fun. It's a freaking drug of the brain. You start going through, it sounds like, I do a lot of work to prepare for these, but it is fun. It's brain on fire. It's so cool. The amount of epiphanies that come by preparing for an event are insane. He's like, you know how you get that for an event? It's like 10x when you do a book. So that's why he keeps asking. Webinar funnels are awesome because basically anytime you pitch anyone ever, you're doing a webinar. It's not the perfect webinar script. That script actually came from stage selling. He just did it on the internet one day and it became the webinar script. But it's face-to-face sales. You're probably not going to say secret 1, 2, and 3, but you see what I'm saying? Like every single sale somehow involves a presentation. We call them presentation funnels now. Up at the top, the ones that pay you out well, I have found are really webinars because you can scale them quick. You can put a phone team on the back. You can put a leads team in the front and walk. Phone funnels, same thing. It's actually part of that, right? The huge paydays, like that does so well. It's so awesome. So, big fan of that and that piece of it. If you liked that video, please hit the like button. If you hated it and you think I'm terrible, please hit the unlike, dislike. Tell me what you think about the video. If that was valuable, let me know in the comments down below. Also, I got a really cool thing for you. What I was talking about in that video is specifically about a software we have called BTS Funnels, which stands for Built to Sell Funnels. These are funnels that have already won. Someone already used them and they won. We grabbed them, we redesigned them, right? So we're not stealing anything. We redesigned them. We redesigned them multiple times. They're beautiful, professionally designed. I've spent tens of thousands of dollars for just one of these designs in the past. No joke. We made it all available for you to go check out for free. Go to btsfunnels.com. I'll put the link down in the description so you guys can get previously designed amazing funnels working inside your business today.